I'm here today with Lisa Schultz, founder of The Whole Nine, an online creative community. She's also the founder of the Peace Project, which focuses on creating peace in communities and countries around the world. She has a 4-year-old daughter and is in the process of adopting a 10-year-old boy from Sierra Leone. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Annabel.
On your website, you have the powerful statement, through creativity and community, we can change the world. And since establishing the Peace Project less than 2 years ago, what have you achieved doing just that?
Basically, we immediately got to work in Sierra Leone after being inspired by a series of photos from a photographer named Pep Bonet. And it's interesting because I think that in itself is a testament that creativity can change the world, that a picture is worth 1,000 words. But the work that we've done in Sierra Leone includes sponsoring the education of several dozen children. And then something we're even more proud of is that just a year after we started, on September 21st, 2011, we implemented one of the largest social efforts ever to take place in Sierra Leone, which we called Operation Rise, and we distributed 10,000 pairs of crutches and other mobility devices across the entire country to war victims, amputees, women, children, and basically anyone that we could find that needed them. So we have even more ambitious plans for the future.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And how has your life been changed by the work that you've done in Sierra Leone and the people that you've met?
Well, it's interesting because I think that if you're really working in a collaboration with someone, you're influenced. And in Sierra Leone, the poverty is so crushing, and it's so startling the first time that you see it, especially coming from a city like Los Angeles. And in spite of that, you see people who literally had everything taken from them that are learning how to move forward and forgive and try to find opportunities for themselves. So I think that I've gotten a remarkable perspective about how lucky we are. I think also, you know, your heart gets cracked open in situations like that, and your compassion really becomes awakened. So that's been a big part of my journey as well.
They sound like very inspiring people.
Yeah, they are.
In what ways has this journey to Sierra Leone influenced your parenting? And what are some of the values you're passing on to your daughter, and how do you get her involved?
Well, I think that it's become apparent to me when I had a child that your children want to mimic everything that you do. And I think that the greatest thing that I can do for my daughter is be an example, and be an example of integrity and honesty and compassion, and really share that with her. And it's really interesting because Willow gets involved in a lot of the work that I do because I'm with her one-on-one a lot, and so she actually looks at all the pictures from Africa. And she recently told me, you know, Mommy, I have a peace project too. I'm going to feed all the children in Africa, and you can take care of everyone else. So it's obvious it's made an impact on her, which is great.
Yeah, it must be so wonderful to see.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're a single parent. If you had to name 3 things that have changed within you since becoming a parent, what would they be?
I think that patience is probably the first. I don't consider myself a patient person, but I think that that's one thing that is one of the most critical components of good parenting. So I think I've definitely learned to be more patient. I think that I've learned to really be more aware of how my behavior affects other people. And, you know, because, as I mentioned, I see my daughter so closely mimicking me, I really pay attention to how I act. And I think that I also have become more concerned about the world in general, you know, and what we're leaving to our children. So,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And how do you stay focused and centered on those days where everything just feels challenging and overwhelming and stressful?
Well, I've learned that in order to create change, which is really my greatest mission, you have to keep putting one foot in front of the other. And so for me, really tackling any challenges is about just moving through things, just working through it. And so that's what I do. I just continue to follow my journey as best I can. And I've come to a point in my life where I know that any feelings of being overwhelmed are only temporary.
This too shall pass.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And who or what is your greatest inspiration?
Well, my daughter is a great inspiration. I mean, the joy that she brings to this world is unbelievable. And my son, Tejan, who I'm adopting, is also an incredible inspiration, and just his ability to find joy when he's had so many disappointments and heartbreaks and has had so little in his life is really inspirational to me, and proof that it's not about how much we have materially, it's how much we have spiritually and how much hope we have. So, yeah.
Beautifully said. Thank you so much, Lisa.
Thank you.
And to find out more about Lisa, her work, and to get involved in any way, please go to thewhole9.com or thepeaceproject.com. Thank you.